Hello everyone, and welcome back to another figure showcase thing. This is the next Character Online exclusive, as it says there, because this one's in the box once. Ooh, this is going to be my first unboxing. I've never done an unboxing on here before, but sod it, because it came today, and I thought, well, I might as well record it as well as unbox it. But this is the Ruins of Skaro set from the Doctor Who story Destiny of the Daleks with Tom Baker. And it comes with, for a first time ever, Movellons. We have 2 of them. And for the second time ever, a Dalek with bombs. Or some people have called them suicide Daleks. So I think I've only heard that in the Dalek mod. I think they're called suicide Daleks. This is the box. You can see all the nice figures displayed. You can see there's a little bit of a background card in this one as well, which is nice. Turn it around, it's just... Oh, we've got this nice... I like this little picture in the middle. I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to move the tripod, but you can't really see it very well in the light. But I think that is a custom picture, like a custom set someone's made. Well, actually has got a credit there, Mr. Paul Gibbs. And actually in the background it has got the Shada TARDIS hidden in the background. So like where it was buried under that, in that sort of little cavern thing, like it is in the story. The lead Dalek was the best surviving prop from the Genesis. From Genesis, the Earth 3 were made up of cannibalized and patched up props, that is true. These 3 Daleks were repainted in a very mismatched colour scheme and almost battleship blue-grey. It's got a highlight of its season. Really? I mean, the other season in that, the other episodes in that is Horns of Nymon, which is like the 2nd or 3rd lowest rated Tom Baker story ever, which I love. I do love Series 17. It is quite I do love a lot of those stories. And also it's got City of Death, which is... Actually, no, hang on, no. It's got City of Death, which is like the best story like ever. Isn't that the top? That is like the top Tom Baker story, isn't it? It's in the top 3 with Genesis and Pyramids of Mars. So I think that's wrong. But I'm going to stop babbling about the blurb and we're going to open it. And if you saw my Supermarket Simulator video, you know I work in a shop and I use one of these.
Man walks around with a knife. No one is safe.
I also use it when I order Doctor Who figures. That's what I used to open the boxes.
Oh, come on. That's the box. Throw that away. Right, so we have the insert box. This is obviously of the Movellons spacecraft. We've got some Movellon guns on sort of a rack. I imagine that's actually just blow-ups of the toys, of the actual figurine, which is nice. You can tell because it looks a lot more in detail than everything else. Everything else is very, very blurry. You've got some information here, but there's just 3 little displays. That one's got like a Dalek on it and some information, and that's just a little picture of the Movellon ship. And then here we've got Davros, creator of the Daleks, humanoid mutant, and some stuff. There's some more computer banks. On that side there's the door, the sort of swivelly door thing, and on the floor there's sort of some mud marks from the sandy footprints of the Movellons walking around. Get the figures out of here. This I shall do off camera because that would be a bit more of a pain. So technically the only unboxing you see is just the... and I'll do it on camera. Because then the only can see me just doing one bit of tape on a cardboard box, and that just seems cheating to have when unboxing in the title. Ow! I'm glad this wasn't. If this was a TARDIS, I would not be filming me doing a TARDIS because that's just a lot of anger and screaming and screwdrivers. That was very loud, I imagine. Oh my god! I've killed the Dalek. Okay, it's fine. I've dropped him out a window. I've done a resurrection. Okay, we're good. Count that. He's fine. He's all fine. We'll leave him there. Actually, because he's out first, let's do the Dalek. Right, okay. Here he is. Here's the lovely guy. He does look... Because this is like... Normally I take them out of the box and I look at them myself and then I do the video. But no, this is actually sort of like a first impression. I also like I do like how sort of slapdash the bombs are. They're all sort of randomly placed, all at different angles. It's quite nice. I thought they'd be a little bit shorter. I don't know why. They should be a bit shorter. I wish there was like a loose one you could have to like hold it, like say like the Doctor's hand or something. Because the great thing is, I have this Dalek. I don't think I showed it on the channel, but I have got the Dalek 2-pack. So I have these extra Daleks. I've got these 2 guys. This one, they're a little bit dusty, but I've got them. And I've also got the Romana from the story. And I technically have the TARDIS because I have got the Shada TARDIS, but I don't have a beige coat Tom Baker's. The only thing I'm missing here is the Doctor from that story. And I guess, I think we have the Davros. I have the Michael Wisher Genesis Davros. Michael Wisher wasn't in the story, but he had the same prosthetic. Let's focus on this. But so apart from that, it's sort of the same. It's got the same sort of eye stalk. Let's get one up to compare. He's got clear donuts. Well, this one had sort of like solid white ones. Not as though they're a bit more translucent. Got the same sort of eye stalk. The blue on the rings is a little bit of a darker blue, only slightly though. Also the black on the slats, or maybe this one, like this one, it's glossier than that one, but it hasn't got the. It's more similar to this one, I'd say. Apart from it's got the black circle on the base. It's a glossier black. It's sort of the most pristine one. Like look, because with these ones, look, all the bumpers were sort of scratched. I don't know if you can see that, but they were all sort of scratched up, like they were, because they were really knackered props. But this one is a little bit more pristine, apart from, of course, the bumper. But I do like how they scuffed the bumpers, because they've always been scuffed. Like, even the 60s ones were scuffed, and they were meant to be brand new, because they just kept running into the set. And I sort of get that. And they were running into that a lot with this. They were sort of bashing into walls and all sorts. I'd imagine, I'd like to think someone would have a little bit of sand, maybe, because this is actually one of the ones that go out onto Skaro surface to go looking for the ship. So you would think maybe it would have a little bit of dirt and sand on the base, but that's sort of just me. I've only just thought of that now, to be honest. Because the first time they released this was in a set called The Enemies of the Fourth Doctor, or a Fourth Doctor Adventure set, and it was a Series 12 Fourth Doctor, this Dalek, I think a mummy robot from Pyramids of Mars, with one of the little jars, a Vok robot, and I want to say there's something else, but it might be just those three and the Dalek. But yeah, that is definitely going on the display. Right now, I'll go get the Movellons out. Hang on. All right, there we go. Now they're stood up. Here are the Movellons themselves. And they do look rather good. I think they do look rather good. So they're not named in the box like the Silurians and stuff were, but I think this is the Commander. But I think the Commander I have now, I think this is called the Commander, and this one I believe is called like Agella or something. There's another one. There is a one called that is a bloke. And he's called like Lan or something. These might be new figures again. I might be wrong. I can't think of any other figure that has like a different similar look to this. Maybe the body of it might be like that sort of Axon leotard outfit with a few new bits added on, because these legs are definitely these sort of boots with this lovely sort of weathering, the sort of sandy weathering on the bottom, which looks nice. And they're very flimsy. The arms are really weird, but the arms don't bend all the way. And like, but they are actually, are they ball jointed? Oh, they are. So the arms, so the elbows are ball jointed and the biceps move. But the shoulders only move side to side, up and down. That's quite interesting. This doesn't come off, the little battery thing. So you can't have them like power off. So they're just sort of stuck on. But what I do like, we'll look at the Commander for this, is they have the guns, which are really nicely modelled. If it wants to focus. There we go. It's sort of this, it's this sort of a basic grey with a sort of translucent pinky sort of top. And it does work like it does in the show. So if we arm our Movellon, clips on, there's sort of like a stick in the middle. And that's, so she can have a little Movellon gun. And do the noise, I can't remember what noise it makes. But then, when you're done, there's this little sort of notch here on the belt. And with these sort of side bits, it just sort of clips in. And you can actually have them holster their guns. I love when figures have their guns holstered. It's just a really nice way, because it means you haven't got to like hide the, like, you don't got to have like a separate thing for the weapon. You can actually store it with the figure if you have it on display. It just makes it easier. So you can have them with their weapons sort of stowed, which is nice. There's a nice extra detail. Because they could have left it and they could have just had it flat. They could even come with guns, to be honest. You got these other nice details, like you got the hair with the sort of beads on them. They got little green little rods on the shoulders, which I don't think anyone knows what they do. I showed the boots off. Oh, look at these little guards on the back of the heels. I never knew. Oh, hold on. Show them on the camera. So these little silver heels on the guards, on the shoes. It's a good addition to the collection. It is expensive. It is like 40 quid, like the TARDIS was, the Ruth TARDIS. But I think it's probably because these figures are probably brand new. So, you know, tooling costs, I think. But that's a fair cop. Like, you know, ooh, I've knocked off a bit of my road. But I think that's a fair cop. So have the figures that are on the website a bit more expensive, but they're very unique like this, like these guys. And have the ones you have in the shop a little bit more easier to reproduce. So you sound a bit cheaper at a higher number. I have a feeling, I know it might just because it's so expensive, but I have a feeling this might go quite quick because of that Dalek. Because I think that's very desirable. A lot of people want the Dalek. So, goodbye. Goodbye. Dalek, that's rude. You don't just kill people. Ow, they're a robot. Sod it.
He's a funny guy, this man.